What's up, guys? Welcome to Llama's Kick-Ass Week 2 picks. I'm going to do this every single week on Thursday. The game's tonight, so let me go ahead and find them real quick. Damn, I should really think this through before I start doing this. Anyway, I'm going to do this every single Thursday, and then we're going to see exactly how well I do. First week, I was 12 for 16. Which is not bad. I actually did a lot better than I thought I was going to do. But let's see here. All right, first game we got. It's going to be real quick. I'm not going to give you a total breakdown on teams or anything like that. We got the Patriots. Well, the Jets going to the Patriots. I do not like the Jets in this game at all. I don't trust Geno Smith. He had a lucky game last game. You got the Patriots with Tom Brady. Amendola's out. They said he is pretty much guaranteed to be out this game. So the only person he has to throw the ball to is Julian Edelman. So and then Vereen is out too, the running back for the Patriots. He's out until like week 11. So you got Ridley having to have most of the carries. So I'm gonna take the Patriots in this game, despite how broken down the team is. I just don't trust Geno Smith. Maybe they'll pull it out. I don't know. It's a big rivalry between Rex Ryan and Belichick, but I still think that the Patriots can get this game. I'm going to take New England in here. I think they can get it done. Next game, we got St. Louis at Atlanta. This is a no-brainer. Falcons all day long. They're playing at Atlanta. I still think the Falcons are a one-and-done team in the playoffs. I never liked the team in the playoffs. There's a bunch of other teams I'd rather take than the Falcons. But in this particular game, you got Matt Ryan, Julio Jones connection. That's always going to be present. Roddy White, he's not 100%, but he's still going to be a factor. And you got Steven Jackson, who is the former running back of the Rams. So you better believe he has something to prove here. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Falcons in this game. Next, we got Cleveland at Baltimore. I have no reason at all to pick the Cleveland Browns. They looked terrible in their last game. Brandon Weeden was ass in that game. He threw like 4,000 interceptions. And Trent Dancerson, he's actually Trent Richardson. I like to call him Trent Dancerson. That's all he does is just dance in the backfield. Doesn't know how to run upfield at all. I'm taking the Ravens in this one. It's pretty much a no-brainer. Next, we got Carolina at Buffalo. I'm taking the Buffalo Bills in this one. I like what E.J. Manuel does with the offense. He looked impressive his first game. Fred Jackson and C.J. Spiller mostly. This dude is a beast. Belichick honed in on him the first game. He told everybody, all right, we're going to stop C.J. Spiller. That was their game plan from the very beginning, and they did that. He only had like 41 yards, which is not really what C.J. Spiller is all about. So I believe he's going to come out in this game, and he's going to have at least 100 yards in this game. I know the Panthers' defense is okay, but I think the Bills are going to come and pull this game out. I like what Cam Newton does in Carolina, but I think E.J. Manuel is just a better quarterback right now. Next, we have Minnesota at Chicago. Chicago's too stacked on offense. They got they have too wide of a spread on that offense. Everybody's healthy. Cutler's healthy. Forte, Marshall, Bennett, Jeffrey, all in that offense are all healthy. That defense is not showing any signs of slowing down from last year, losing Urlacher. Great player. I love the guy, but still, you were a little bit slow. And they didn't look like they slowed down at all. The only person that the Vikings have really is Adrian Peterson. He's the only playmaker they got on their team. So it's pretty much AP versus the Bears, and he's not going to run at all against that defense. So I'm taking Chicago. Next, we got Washington at Green Bay. I don't even want to spend too much time on this. I don't like talking about RG3. He had a good year last year, but we saw what he did in his opening game against the Eagles. Maybe you could say it was rust. I don't know. I don't see him getting any better. I think he's going to struggle all season long. I take Aaron Rodgers all day in this game, throwing to Randall Cobb and Jordy Nelson. I take that matchup all day long. Eddie Lacy coming in the last game had a beast first game, so I'm taking the Packers in this game easy. Next, we got Tennessee at Houston. Tennessee is an up-and-coming team. I like their defense, but I do not like the way their offenses match up against the Texans. I think that Matt Schaub is a better quarterback. I like Arian Foster over Chris Johnson. I like Andre Johnson over Nate Washington. I think Andre Johnson just has a wider range of skill set that he can do. I like the offense better. I like the defense better. So just overall, I think the Texans are a better team. I'm going to take the Texans in this game. It's probably going to be a close game. I would say 7-10 points, but that's about as close as it's going to get. Next, we got Miami and Indianapolis. I'm taking the Colts all day long in this game. I don't see any point in picking the Dolphins. None at all. Ryan Tannehill's a joke. Daniel Thomas last game at 8 carries for 14 yards. That's terrible. He did have a touchdown though. But then Lamar Miller, the guy that's supposed to be the guy there running the ball, 10 carries, 3 yards. That's terrible. I'm taking the Colts. Andrew Luck, I still say, is the best quarterback from the draft last year. Reggie Wayne, he's one beast of a receiver, so I'm taking the Colts. All right, next we got Dallas at Kansas City. I love Dallas coming into this game. I like the way Tony Romo passes whenever he actually has time. DeMarco Murray, I think, is one of the best running backs we got in the game right now. Miles Austin, Jason Witten, and Dez Bryant are all big time. I think they can get the job done. I do like Alex Smith there in Kansas City and Jamal Charles. Do not be surprised if Kansas City wins this game. But I'm saying what I see right now, I think the Cowboys can win this game. I think they can. I think they will. Next, we got San Diego at the Philadelphia Eagles. I do not like the Chargers at all. I'm going to go ahead and discount them right now. Phillip Rivers, you're garbage. You do not blow a 21-point lead in the fourth quarter against the Texans. That just does not happen. If you're an elite quarterback, you do not let that happen. Ryan Matthews is the running back for the Chargers. I'm sorry, who? Ryan Matthews what? And then the wide receivers there, nobody knows who the hell they are. Eddie Royal, who's that? I like the Eagles in this game. I really do. I think with Michael Vick, whenever he's not fumbling the ball, he can be an okay quarterback. So I think he can get it done along with LaShawn and Deshaun. I think both of those guys can get the job done there. So I'm going to take the Eagles in this game. Next, we got Detroit at Arizona. Detroit, probably one of the best front sevens in the game as far as defense goes. I like the way that they play defense, but still they look like they haven't improved over the past few years as far as defense goes. They were a little bit soft last year. I still think they're a little bit soft this year, especially after seeing that one run that AP got on them. I know they shut him down afterwards, but he still broke that long run. I like the Matthew Stafford and Calvin Johnson connection. It's always going to be present. Reggie Bush made his presence felt last game. He really came out with a bang. But then you look on the other side of the ball. Carson Palmer, I like what he's doing in Arizona, but I don't think it's enough to hang on with Stafford. I think Stafford is just on a whole nother level. So I'm going to go ahead and take Detroit. I like the Lions in this game. Next, we have New Orleans at Tampa Bay. I'm picking New Orleans all day long. I'm not even going to spend too much time on this game. Pretty much what I see right here is Drew Brees throwing the ball to Marcus Colston or Jimmy Graham, and you're throwing it on the Buccaneers defense, who is an average defense at best. They get a little bit too much credit. Doug Martin, the running back for the Buccaneers, he's actually pretty good. I like the way he runs the ball, but I don't think the Saints are going to allow him to run all over him. I think if there's one player they're honing in on, it's Doug Martin. Just like Belichick did in the first game against C.J. Spiller, they're going to hone in on Doug Martin in this game. The Saints are going to lock him down, and they're going to win the game. Next, we got Denver at the Giants. This isn't even a question to me. I like Peyton Manning in this game. I like the Broncos in this game outright. I think Eli Manning threw like shit against the Cowboys. He's the most overrated quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl, hands down. David Wilson, the running back for the Giants, he fumbles the ball every single time he even thinks about picking it up. I think Victor Cruz is the only guy that deserves any credit for that last game. 3 touchdowns, 118 yards. You know, he did pretty good in that last game. But whenever you look at Peyton Manning, he has so many more options than Eli Manning does. He has Demaryius Thomas, Julius Thomas, who is an up-and-coming tight end, had a big game last game, and then he has Wes Welker as well. No Sean Marino running the ball. They're just a well-rounded team, a lot better than the Giants. I'm taking the Broncos. Next, we got Jacksonville at Oakland, the don't-give-a-shit game of the week. I would rather watch the Food Network than watch this shit, but I'm going to go ahead and pick the Raiders because Terrell Pryor, he's a lot better than Gabbert. You have McFadden running the ball. Whenever he's healthy, he can do some work. But Pryor still, he has most of the rushing yards there. He had 112 yesterday. Gabbert's garbage. Jones-Drew, he's washed up. He's not the same as he used to be. And Cecil Shorts is their top receiver right there right now until Blackman gets back. And you got Denarius Moore, who's all right for the Raiders. You know, this is kind of a toss-up game. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes either way. But for me, I think I see the Raiders winning this game. Next, we got San Francisco at Seattle. Both great defenses. Both have great offenses. Great young quarterbacks that like to run the ball. I wouldn't say more than they like to pass, but they're very mobile quarterbacks. But for the edge on the quarterback, I would give it to Colin Kaepernick, hands down. I think he's the better quarterback between the two. I think he's the best quarterback we have in the league right now. For the running backs, I'd easily give it to Marshawn Lynch. Frank Gore is a beast. He's a powerhouse, but I think Marshawn Lynch can run the ball even better. He's faster. He knows what he's doing. But receiving, it's easy on this one. I don't think the Seahawks even come close. You got Anquan Bolden. You got Vernon Davis. That's it. That's all you need to know. And for the defense part, Yeah, you're playing at Seattle. Yeah, it's a tough place to play, and the Seahawks defense is tough. But look at what the Panthers did to you. The Panthers almost embarrassed you. So I'm taking the 49ers. The 49ers defense, I think that is the best front seven in the game right now. The 49ers defense is tough. Their offense is even tougher. So I'm going to go ahead and take the 49ers in this game easy. This last game, I don't even know how this is a contest. The Steelers, the old-ass Steelers versus the Bengals. The Bengals had a tough game against the Bears. They probably should have won that game at the very end if it wasn't for the dumbass that committed the foul, but we never know that. We would never know that. They still had a drive to go. But I'm taking the Bengals in this game. The Steelers are just way too old. I mean, everybody runs around on the field with canes. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Ben Cheeseburger in the backfield. He's not the same guy that he was. So I'm taking the Bengals in this game easy. I think they crushed the Steelers in this game. It's the Andy Dalton and A.J. Green connection. It's going to run wild in this game. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. This has been John's Weekly Picks, or Badass Weekly Picks, whatever I named it. Anyway, later.